Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody sweat the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest and shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights as long as
Sanbonani, welcome to Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. It is so significant to have a positive mindset, more especially under these circumstances. So this network has the potential to completely revolutionize every aspect of your life and career. My name is Dr. Riel Kunene, and I'm going to be your host for today. So if you're watching us online, please feel free to put in the chat box where you're watching us from and what you hope to achieve from our podcast. Today, we are surrounded by greatness in the World Wide Web. We have amazing speakers who's going to share some nuggets on resilience to greatness. Resilience to greatness. So in California, we have Dr. Robbie Modem. And again, in California, we have Dr. John Wakeland. And in San Diego, we have Dr. Jepra Dorsey. So at this moment, I'll just let our speakers to introduce themselves. So you can go ahead, Dr. Robbie. You are muted. We can't hear you.
Good morning. I am Dr. Robbie Motter, and I am the CEO, founder of the Global Society for Female Entrepreneurs, a 501c3 nonprofit that is global, whose mission is to empower, inspire, mentor, educate, and connect women to be successful entrepreneurs.
Oh, wow. It's such a great honor to have you, Dr. Robbie, on this platform. And really the work that you're doing out there is life-changing. So I'm looking forward to hear more of your message. You can go ahead. I hope you can go ahead, Dr. Joanne, and introduce yourself, please.
Good morning. I am Dr. Joan Wakeland. I'm streaming to you from Menifee, California. I'm originally born in Jamaica. I migrated to the United States in 1980. I'm an entrepreneur. I am a director for the Riverside GSFE Network. I am an author and an empowerment facilitator.
Oh, wow.
I just
Yes,
got
go
the
ahead.
honorary doctorate in Atlanta just last Saturday. So I'm honored to be on the
Wow.
show.
Wow, wow. It's such a great honor to have you. And when you say 1980, I'm like, don't even mention the, the year because I feel like I'm a baby in this platform now. So it's such a great honor to have you, Dr. John. And I am looking forward to hear more of your inspirational message. You can go ahead, Dr. Chebra, and please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shepard Dorsey. I'm a great part of GSFE with Robbie Motter. I've been with her quite a while and I love it. We are doing some great things. I'm celebrity designer, O'Shea from San Diego, California. I have a boutique and it is O'Shea Fashion Boutique. We're in San Diego, California for 13 years. I also help young women and mentor them through fashion shows and help them as far as helping themselves. I have a book coming out, What Are You Wearing? The inspirational spiritual side of fashion that will be coming out with our fashion show in August of this year, 2023. And I'm so privileged to be on this wonderful show.
Wow, wow. It's such a privilege. It's an honor to have you on this platform. Look at the work that you're doing, changing women, one woman at a time. Wow, I'm looking forward to hear more of your message. And thank you for saying yes to be on this platform.
Thank you.
Dr. Robbie, yes, Dr. Robbie, I have a question for you. If you happen to have your own billboard, I can see your billboard coming down there in the busy highway in California. What will your billboard say?
It would say, step out, step up, show up, and ask.
Mm-hmm.
Step out, step up, show up, and ask. Wow, well, I love it. I love it because, you know, something I actually realized is that we don't ask. We have everything around us to reach to our full potential, but we don't ask. I love it. I love it. I love it. How about you, Dr. Yes. How about you, Dr. John? What will your billboard say? Maybe your billboard is already, I don't know, is it going to be in Jamaica? Is it going to be in the US? What will it say?
I want it all over the world. It's be kind. Be the change you desire.
Be the change you desire. You'll have to step up, you ask, and then be the change. The change that you want to see in this world must first begin with you. Be the change that you desire. I love it. I love it. Wow, wow. How about you, Chepra? Maybe your billboard is already out there. I don't know, because you've been dealing with celebrities in your life. So what will it say?
Well, my billboard would say around the world, greatness comes from you. You are greatness. And that's what it would say, because I feel like we all have greatness.
Yes, yes, I love it. Greatness comes from you. It comes from within you, because you believe that everyone has been destined for greatness. Inside of every individual, there is greatness. Wow, I love it. I love all of the billboards. I'm going to step up. I'm going to be the change that I want to see in this world. And then that greatness will manifest from within. I love them. I love them.
Thank you.
So, you know, I think my billboard will be the fourth billboard driving down the highway, and it's gonna say what? The sky is no longer the limit, but now the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. And it's definitely coming. It's definitely coming. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna get started with Robbie Motter. Dr. Robbie Motter is a founder and the CEO of Global Society for Female Entrepreneurs, which is a 501c3 nonprofit. She is also a #1 award-winning author for both US as well as international. Dr. Robbie is also an event planner, a certified international speaker, and a coach. For over 40 years, she has been serving as a volunteer to help women soar to greater heights. She founded Global Society for Female Entrepreneurs, which is a 501c3 nonprofit in 2017. And their mission is to inspire, empower, mentor, educate, as well as connect women of all ages and ethnic groups to be successful entrepreneurs. Robbie helps women step out of their comfort zone and reach higher than they could have ever imagined. So in the past years, she has helped more than 180 women either to write their own books or to contribute a chapter in a book. And most of the women were first-time authors, and some have had the courage to write their own books, and now they've learned to be speakers, podcast hosts, and they've learned to show up and ask. So Dr. Moder have been recognized by her city as the Citizen of the Month for her work with women and young girls. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Dr. Robbie Moder.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm honored to be here. I've been on a mission for many years to get women to show up and ask. You know, I think back I'm 87, so in my generation, women were told, you know, never ask, never brag, never say who you are, but who knows better who you are than you do. So basically, the world is out there. We just have to reach for it. I think we lost our host. So we'll have to wait. Technology is wonderful, isn't it?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. You can go ahead. That's your keynote presentation, Dr. Robbie.
Oh,
Just take it
okay.
away. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, a good example of that is just show you the power of asking. Every one of us know at least 200 people. Some of us know a lot more. Just last night, one of my members who's a golf pro came to me and she said, oh, I heard another golf course has just been sold and they're going to make condominiums. And she told me the name of the golf course. And I said, I know the person managing that golf, and you do too, Shebra Gao.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so I said, let me call her and get the scoop. Well, the golf course has been sold, but they're not building condominiums. It's going to be another golf course. So, you know, sometimes you never know who. She had no idea that I knew the person who owned the golf course. So that's why the power is there to put it out there. I mean, I could give you 100 stories like that. You never know who knows, and it can make it so much easier. If you want to know something, you say, hey, by the way, I'm looking to meet this person, or who do you know that's part of that company? And I will guarantee you that somebody you're talking to will know someone that can open that doors. One of our members on her call for her network said she wanted to do a movie with Tyler Perry. And she said she went to Atlanta one time and got kicked out of the studio. And she was talking on her monthly meeting. And somebody on that call said, oh, I know an executive director there. I can open the door for you. So speak up. I think people don't ask because they're afraid of getting rejected. So a good way to ask is say you want someone to do something for you, but you don't want to direct it to them so that they don't feel like you're putting on the spot. You could say, I love your expertise in XYZ, and I know that perhaps you know someone that can help me with whatever it is you want them to help you with that falls into the category that they're an expert in. And most of the time they'll come back and say, I'd be glad to help you, but you haven't put them on the spot. They haven't had a chance to introduce you to other people if they don't want to do it. So let's step out and ask and show up. So many people I wrote this whole card of all the reasons I've heard of why people don't show up. And it's ridiculous because if you think about it, when you do show up, even though you got up that morning and you said, oh, I'm tired, I don't want to go, but then you show up, something wonderful happens, and then you say to yourself, I am so glad I got up this morning to be on a radio show or to be here, to show up here, because the right person, or you met somebody that becomes your lifelong friend. So that's what it's all about. And I'm on a mission. So women, Step out and show up and ask.
Beautiful.
And it works.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
You know
Yeah.
what? Oh, wow. Wow, Dr. Robbie, you've just
And I want to
dropped the
just
mic
show
to
you,
say
we
that.
have a
Just
book. It's called It's All About Showing Up in the Powers in the Asking. And there's 64 co-authors in the book, all sharing their stories about how they showed up and asked, and it changed their life. And actually, Shebra and Joan are both have a chapter in that book.
Yes, it's beautiful.
wow.
It's worth
Wow,
reading.
wow.
It's worth reading.
Yes.
Show up and ask. That's all what matters. Just show up and ask. You've mentioned that these are two powerful words that can actually move your career, your personality, in order for you to excel and rise to greater heights. Just show up and ask. Show up and ask. Thank you so much, Dr. Robbie, for such a profound, much needed message. I know our time is limited, but yes, this message was very profound and precise. And honestly, I believe that our audience have been inspired. So thank you so much, Dr. Robbie. So now we are moving to Dr. Joan Wakeland. Dr. Joan Wakeland is an author, international speaker, and an empowerment facilitator. Joanne has spent her life being resilient. Wow, it resonates with today's topic. And many years ago, she was a single mother with a young child and an owner of a pharmacy. But one day she had to make an immediate decision to leave her native country of Jamaica with a young son and only $50 in her pocket. Because at that time they were robbing and killing pharmacy owners. So she left with nothing but the $50, and she had no idea where she would live, but she was resilient enough and never gave up. And today her son is a senior VP for a huge pharmaceutical company, and she owns a beautiful home, fully paid for. And over the years, Dr. Wakeland was finally able to get to work and become a pharmaceutical representative. She has since retired from corporate America and is now a full-time entrepreneur. And at the age of not 70, not 75, but 80, she is getting remarried in November. Wow, wow. You see, that's where age is just a number. Age is just a number. She is also the director of Riverside, affiliate of the Global Society of Female Entrepreneurs, which is a 501c3 nonprofit in California, and serves on their board of directors. Over the years, she has received many awards, including the Lifetime Achievement Award from the last 3 presidents of the United States. She has also received the Call to Service and numerous awards from senators, Congress, as well as dignitaries. She won the title of Miss Elegance International in the Woman of Achievement pageant in September 2021. In December 2021, she was honored as a Citizen of the Month by the mayor and the city delegates for her service to the city of Menifee. So Joanne recently received the She Inspires Me Award, which is CIMA, which is an international global award from London, England. She just recently received, the past week, she received in Atlanta, Georgia, she received an honorary humanitarian doctorate degree for her service to others. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Dr. Joan Wakeland.
Okay, thank you so much for having me. I wanted to say, I will follow up with the ask. When I left Jamaica, I asked a physician that I was accustomed to. He knew me, and I asked him, can you help me to get a job? I came to California and he referred to me to a company, and that manager took a chance on me and I started my life as a what we call detail person in those days. Women were not allowed to have that job. If it wasn't the connection that I knew, I would not have had that job. And I served there in the pharmaceutical arena from 1980 till 2013, where I retired. And it's just because I had carpal tunnel issues in both hands. If you are passionate about what you do, you don't want to quit. And so I didn't want to retire. One of the things that I will always tell people is never let people define you. And this is what I learned when I had to stand up for myself. When it starts way back from the childhood days, when teachers and your parents try to define you, you have to have the guts to fight back and stand up for yourself. I was told as a youngster that I would not do English. I wasn't good. Yet we spoke English in the country. My English teacher, I tried to prove her wrong when she told me that. So I went off and I did the GC in London and got distinction, and I waved that certificate before her face. I did it. My biology teacher told me, oh, you won't do it. I said to her, you'll see my name in lights. She came to my pharmacy to fill a prescription. I said to her, do you remember this? She said, yes, I remember you. How could I forget you? She couldn't forget me because I walked out of her class. I went to another teacher and I was able to get a credit in biology in those days and moved on into the science where I could now fill her prescription. Never let them define you. My son, when he was at school, the person who gives them the last advice told me that he would have to go to a trade school. And I said to her, no, he has to get a degree. And she said, Mother, not everybody is cut out for college. And I said, thank you very much. But I didn't come to America for him just to go to a trade school. He has his MBA today. I don't know where she is, but I'd love to wave it in her face. And this is why I tell you, people, mothers, I urge you, listen to your children, stand up for them, because you will never regret it if you do see all that you need to see in these kids. Passion and persistence will take you to places where you would never dream to be. And before I close, I would like to thank Dr. Lady Robbie Motter.
Yes.
Because when I came into her organization, the exposure that I got, the connection that she knows, and I admired her and I tried to just follow in her footsteps. Robbie is 87 and she is like an ever ready bunny. She keeps going. I don't know where she gets the energy from, but I am right behind her.
Yes.
Right behind her. She's my role model.
Yes, she is.
In closing, the people who are listening, I do have a book that's called The Run for Freedom. You can read more about me. There's wisdom in there. Since I met Robbie, she told me I had to write a book. I didn't know I would be able to write a book. It was not only just written, it was a bestseller, #1 bestseller, an international bestseller. And now I'm in 10 publications and another book will be coming. That is change your thoughts, change your words, and change your world. It can be done. Just do it.
Wow, wow, wow.
Beautiful.
Dr. Awaken, change your thoughts, change your words. And you've mentioned that I like that. You've mentioned that if you're passionate about something, you don't want to quit. You don't want to quit. And you've also encouraged us to be our own children's inspiration. The system can actually screw us at some point in life, because the way you've just mentioned that your son, the universe is saying, let him go for skills training. And you were like, no, no, my son, he has to go through the traditional way of getting that education. Today, he has an MBA. Today, he's the VP of that 500 Fortune company, really, because you decided to stand up for your own son. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Wakeland, for sharing such a profound message. And I just want to lay my hands in your book. I believe that we are free. We've got freedom in everything in life. As an advocate for human rights, I believe that, we are born free, and we've got this. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Joanne, for such a profound message. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now we are moving to San Diego, where we have Dr. Chebra Dorsey. Chebra Dorsey, known as Ochia, is the owner of Ochia Fashion Boutique in Lemon Grove in California. And she does celebrity fashion shows. Her life was not always easy. Being raised by a single mother and during one of the hard times in the US, she lost everything and became homeless. But you know what? She never gave up. She never gave up. And she knew that she will be able to pick herself back up and do the work she loved of helping individuals be beautiful. So Ochia is a San Diego native. She began her career as a licensed cosmetologist more than 20 years ago. Ochia inspires women of all ethnic groups and sizes to be who they are. Her designs shows leadership, confidence, and power for the person wearing them, and in an abundance of colors and beauty that when a woman puts them on, she feels elegant, beautiful, and feels like royalty. Wow, wow. So her elegant beaded and Roman egg gown designs have been worn on many Beverly Hills red carpet stages. So Ochia is saying that I am a very spiritual person. I am a very spiritual person who believes in making people happy and uplifting them whenever I can. So within her community, she is known for providing specialized hair services for former cancer patients that had experienced hair loss due to chemotherapy as well as radiation treatments. She is also a co-author and have received numerous awards for her dedication and work. So last year, one of the awards was the Ionic Celebrity Designer Award. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Dr. Chebra Dorsey.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I am truly honored to be here with all these powerful women. I am just so grateful. I was, to start in my life, my mother died in my arms at 15 years old. And after that happened, I felt like I needed to do something to save women's lives. And I ended up going into, later in life, I ended up going into the beauty field of doing hair. And so I wanted to start doing hair for women with lost hair. And it made me feel like I was doing something to save others what I've been through. And I just wanted to always fix it. I just needed to fix it. And I found my gift in doing hair for chemotherapy patients for a long time. After that, in 2009, the economy hit and I ended up losing that shop and I went homeless. But God is so good because he didn't take my talent. He extended it and transitioned me into fashion, where I was able to do both. And I ended up doing beaded work and stuff on jeans and hats. And I found another area where it made me comfortable. It was coming from me. And I said, you know, this is wonderful. So when the other stores started putting my stuff in their boutiques, I said, well, maybe one day I'll have mine. I ended up seeing my stuff in windows at other boutiques downtown in San Diego, California. And I'm there outside the boutiques looking like, okay, there's my stuff. It's in the window. So why can't I have my own boutique? Well, the Lord had blessed me. When I was homeless, I ended up getting my boutique, and I slept in that boutique homeless, and I built my empire by that. And I had perseverance. I knew that I had something that God has given me that I needed to give to the world. And I needed to get to the women to give them courage that you have a purpose in life to fulfill. It's already in you. And when I had spoke earlier about greatness comes from you, that is true, because greatness is already in us. We just need to find it. And it takes time. It's not an overnight success. And I felt like I was being, building blocks every day. I learned something every day. I was never not humbled enough to receive what it is that God had for me. And so I came up with the O'Shea Fashion Boutique. We have been in business for 13 years. And then I started opening up the boutique, and I ended up going to functions in Beverly seeing where it would lead me. I ended up meeting actress Wendy Lind and the motion pictures of Jarvie Hutcherson, where I met Robbie Motter at. We were at the pre-Oscars, and I was so grateful that I was able to get with motion pictures, and we ended up doing a fashion show where I met Robbie Motter here in San Diego. And I started from there by helping women, doing shows, helping women with confidence through my fashion, and it worked. And I'm so grateful that I'm here to help women in all areas. It has nothing to do with their size. It has nothing to do with fashion. It's all from the inside. And so I created the book that is coming out, What Are You Wearing? The Inspirational Spiritual Side of Fashion. And it's pretty much my story when I was a young girl, and what I saw was so many people dressed beautifully, but something was missing from the inside. And so I wanted to reflect that with this book that is coming out. And not only that, but here to help as many women as I can on this planet to get them to know that you are full of greatness. You have a purpose in life, and you will fulfill it by having faith and believing in yourself. It will be done.
Wow, Chebra, like you are a true definition of like a bouncing back, of the resilience, knowing how you started. You just reminded me of my mentor, Les Brown, who ended up being homeless, but waking up from those trash cans, going to stages to inspire, motivate, empower individuals. I just see you through him. What an inspiration. And you've mentioned that we're all destined for greatness. Really, it doesn't matter. Like I always say, that it doesn't matter where you are born or what kind of family you are to. The greatness is also inside of you, the way you are saying it. Thank you so much, Chebra, for such a profound, much needed message.
Thank you so much. And I'm so grateful to be with GSFB. And Robbie Motter plays a great role in my life. And I'm so grateful that we have this wonderful book out, because it is true. It helps us all. Thank you.
Wow. We all need role models like Robbie. Keep on changing each and every soul out there, Robbie. And you will never ever lose your reward for that. You will never. Thank you so much for being an inspiration to all these amazing queens that we have. It's because of you that we have them today. I also applaud you. I just want to say thank you.
Thank you so much.
So I believe our audience, let me see who is watching online. I believe our audience really, they've been inspired, they've been motivated, really. Cherry, she's saying fabulous, inspiring, and valuable messages. I can see our audience, they're giving us all the loves, all the hearts, all the fire that we just need for this day. Really, they've been inspired by all of your messages. So thank you to all of you amazing speakers.
Thank you.
So
You're welcome.
yes, to our audience online, if you happen to have any questions for Dr. Robbie, if you happen to have any questions for Dr. Joanne, for Dr. Chebra, please feel free to drop the questions in the chat box, and we're gonna attend to your questions at the end of the podcast. So it's not gonna be a show without me showing up and showing off. So I'm gonna be the next and final speaker. But before I speak, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna share my bio with you, and then I'll come back and speak. So please enjoy. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. Really, my goal as a mentor or as a coach is so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to pursue success and drive sustainable. I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights.
Dr. Nampumelelo Rial Kunene is an international human rights policy analyst who consults on policies and procedures related to human rights compliance. She is a highly sought-after, energetic, certified Lace Brown international speaker. This passionate leader holds a PhD with a discipline in leadership and business. Dr. Rial N. Kunene is the author and host to Rise to Greater Heights, a book and YouTube channel to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. She is also a coach, mentor, and an MC, well known for encouraging many to rise from mediocrity into greatness. Her vision is not only to motivate, but also to empower audiences with a fresh perspective inspiration they require to pursue success and drive sustainable outcomes. In a seriously funny way, Dr. Kunene is an award-winning author, 10 times #1 Amazon and international best-selling author. Her #1 best-selling book, Rise to Greater Heights, has inspired and empowered many to pursue their personal and professional passion to become go-getters. As a trainer, diplomacy protocol officer, and strategist, Rial believes that we are in full control of our choices. Her mission is to meet the needs and transform lives of her clients and her audience. She is also a true advocate for creating new policies that uphold human rights and prevent human rights violations. Dr. Kunene's purpose is to teach everyone about human rights and help organizations understand and promote human rights. Her goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs, then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. This change maker, trailblazer, and revolutionary is pushing boundaries and creating a real change worldwide. Like a phoenix that never accepted defeat and rose from its own ashes, she wants to challenge you to unleash your greatness and rise to greater heights. Dr. Rial N. Kunene wears many hats. As a professional certified sales manager, CEO, certified travel counselor, publisher, medical esthetician, philanthropist, and a commissioner for oaths, following her dreams gave her purpose to see her goals through and understand that she does have everything she needs to reach her full potential. Her everyday message is that your journey to be a better person starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core will make you understand that you are the only one who can accomplish your dreams. Hebrews 11, Psalms 27 and 40 keeps her to rise to greater heights. The sky is no longer the limit, but now the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Kings and queens, please join me. Welcome, Dr. Rial Nkunene.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks so much. You've set the bar high for me. So like all these amazing speakers have really shared more nuggets on resilience to greatness. I remember Dr. Moda at the beginning, she mentioned that we'll have to show up and ask, because if you don't show up and ask, you will never get what you really want in life. And then Dr. Joanne, on the other side, she mentioned that if you're passionate about something, whatsoever you are passionate about, you don't want to quit. You just want to keep going, keep going, keep going. And then Dr. Chebra on the other side, she was like, you know what, we are all destined for greatness. The greatness is just inside of you. It starts from inside of you, and then it will manifest to the universe. So I'm like, what else is left out really? What's being left out? Like after going after your passion, at the end of the day, you have to follow your passion in everything that you do. But I've realized that many individuals, something is just holding them back, holding you back from actually taking the baby steps in the right direction. So is it fear? Is it procrastination? Is it distraction? Or maybe is it like being comfortable in mediocrity? Like you are just okay in that mediocre life. What's holding you back from actually taking that first baby step in the right direction? Because I know that there are many, many reasons why people, they don't reach to their dreams. And you'll have to understand that the issues that are holding you back from actually achieving that potential success in your life. You'll have to understand what's really holding you back, because it is so good to know what is keeping you away from your dreams, as you can try to change the way you approach them. So what's holding you back from actually going confident in the direction of your dreams? What's holding you back? Kings and queens, it's so essential to assess your goals' progress. It's so essential to assess your goals' progress, because once you identify the reasons why you are being held back from actually reaching your goals, you can then try and work around it to improve. But the good thing is that you can conquer all the motives if you recognize them. So assess your goals' progress. So being here, it shows that you are not willing to settle for that mediocre life. You are just ready to step into your own power. You are ready to bounce back into life. So don't let anyone stand in your way of your dreams, kings and queens. If you're watching us online, please feel free. Like if you happen to have any questions to any of the speakers, just drop your questions. We're going to attend to your questions at the end of the podcast, because you really don't have to see the whole staircase in life to get to the top, but you need to take the first step to get to the top. As my mentor always say, that you don't have to be great to get started, but you'll have to get started to become great in life. So get started today. Follow your passion. If your passion is all about being a public speaker, go for it. Invest in it and become your own very own unique identity, because you've decided to follow your passion. Because many people, they know what their passion is, but they are kind of frustrated because of the process of trying to turn their passion into profit. Whether maybe you are running your own company, starting a new business, or maybe you're seeking that next promotion or that next job offer, you'll have to ask yourself this question to help you in order for you to increase the financial rewards of doing what you truly love and benefit from it. What difference am I passionate about in making in other people's life? You see, I didn't ask you, what are you passionate about? But I was like, what difference? Because if it's a passion, it has to make a difference in other people's life. So instead, I just want you to determine the purpose of your passion, which is using it to positively impact the world. The type of drive, trust me, the type of drive, it attracts opportunities that actually lead to raises, job offers, as well as new business, because you are passionate about impacting the world. So in order for you to turn your passion passion into profit, you must fulfill a purpose that others need or want. So when you focus on your passion, then you'll have to find a way to allow your passion to impact others. So in that way, trust me, you have a winning formula, because we're only here to serve our purpose. We're only here to impact as many souls as much as we can, because, you know, life, it can be short. Today, we've been borrowed this day. So why don't we use it wisely? It's a wake-up call, good people. It's a wake-up call to follow your passion. It's a wake-up call. But when that alarm clock goes off, please, please, please don't ever hit the snooze button. Don't be like, I will wake up in the next 2 minutes. I will wake up in the next 4 minutes. You know what? Forever is a long time. Why don't you wake up, get going, and turn your passion into a career, into a profit? Turn that passion that you have inside of you into something that will generate income in your life. So let me ask you a question. Are you passionate about something? Are you always daydreaming about what it would be like if maybe you turn that passion into a successful business? I know, like, many of us, they have that passion, that drive inside of them, that I just want to do this. I want to do this. But a lot of people, they keep on dreaming. They dream about creating their own businesses, but they never take the plunge. Why? I'm glad you've asked that, because sometimes they might be afraid of failure, or maybe they are unsure if their idea is viable. So don't ever fret, because what I'm going to do today, I'm going to share 8 of my secrets, that the secrets that I've used to actually build an income generating business, doing what I truly love and making a real impact out there. So trust me, if you apply all of this system that I've used, you'll be on your way to your success. But one thing we'll have to understand, one thing that we need to understand it as individuals, is that each and every time being given an opportunity, you'll have to fill up your cup first. Fill up your cup first, and then from the overflow, then you can share with the world, because you can't give from an empty cup. You can never, ever be able to give from an empty cup. So it's high time you fill up that cup, and then once it's full from the overflow, then we can share with the world. So I'm going to share my 8 secrets that I've actually used to build an income generating business. So if you can please write it down. Point number 1, you are allowed to dream big, but start small. So you can write it down. Dream big, but start small. Dream big, but start small. Because, you know, in the early days of launching maybe your own business, your company, you are still in the learning stages. So you need to test the waters first and make sure whatsoever you're going to be doing in life is scalable. So you're allowed to dream big, but start small. And then point number 2, you'll have to write about your interest. Write about your interest. And this is one of the simplest way to go from just doing something that you truly love to profiting from it, is by writing about it. If you're capable, just write a book about whatsoever you're passionate about, so that it can impact other people's lives. So go out there, write that book, start a blog if you can, and write about whatsoever you're passionate about. And then point number 3, you'll have to become an expert speaker. Yes, become an expert speaker. This is another way of turning passion into profit by becoming a public speaker. Just a speaker like this, look for opportunities, speaking engagements that you can actually participate in your community or whatsoever you are. Become a public speaker, but you'll have to invest in training in order for you to do well. Like I mentioned, that you'll have to fill your cup first, and then from the overflow, you're going to be able to share with the world. And then point number 4, I'm going to do, it's all about creating. If you can create a community, if you can create a course, if you can create a product, you are capable of doing that. So to turn your passion into profit, you could create a product. And as well as community building is another excellent way to profit from your passion, because you're going to be creating this community where you bring together like-minded individuals, where you can always build each other up instead of tearing anyone down. So create that community. And another way of turning your passion into profit is actually to create create a course. Whatsoever you are passionate about, just create a course and start selling that course online, and you're going to be able to generate, the extra income that you really want in life. And then my point number 5, you'll have to become a coach or a consultant. Yes, I've said that. Become a coach or a consultant. So if you're wondering how to monetize your passion and love being a leader and helping others, consider becoming a coach or a consultant on the subject that you are passionate about. Just like this platform that we have today, we have amazing coaches, we have amazing consultants. They've decided to monetize their passion into into generating that extra income. So you can become a coach or a consultant if you just want to turn your passion into profit. And then point number 6, you can also start making YouTube videos. Yes, I've said that. And thanks to the internet these days, because turning your passion into profit is a lot easier than it was like 30 years ago. Now you can actually create that YouTube channel and start posting on a weekly basis, start hosting like a podcast, a seminar like this, and then share on YouTube. YouTube is the biggest platform where everyone will go and search for videos, inspirational videos. So start today. If you are capable, just go on YouTube, create your own YouTube channel, and start being not camera shy. Come in front of the camera and share about your passion. You will see how wonderful that platform can be. And point number 7 is my most favorite point, actually. It's network, network, and network. Yes, network, network, and network. Believe it or not, but networking can be a great way to profit from your interests. So go out there. If you know events happening around your community, just go out there, attend those events. If it's paid, if it's free, you will never know whom you're going to come in contact with, who will just, change your life just instantly because of networking. Networking is the new currency these days. So go out there and network with different communities, get to know who is who in your neighborhood. It helps. And also you can host an event, you can host a seminar just like this. You can host an event that you're passionate about. You're going to be speaking on the subject that you're passionate about. So go out there and start hosting those events. I can see Cherry, she's been inspired. So if you want to learn more about what I've just shared today, if you are that aspiring public speaker, you want to write your #1 bestseller book within 90 days, you just want to start your coaching program, or you're going to have like paying clients, or maybe you just want to start your own podcast, you want to host an event, trust me, we offer training in everything I've shared today. So go on our website, www.risetogreaterheights.com, and get started with us. Get started with us, because as flight attendants always say that, put on your oxygen mask first before you assist the person who's sitting next to you, because if you don't, you and the other person you're trying to help could possibly go down. So when that flight goes down, if you're not wearing that oxygen mask, you will definitely go down. So it's high time you put that oxygen mask first to yourself, and then you're going to be able to help your neighbors. Go out there and reach out to these amazing speakers who have been on this platform. They are doing amazing work. They are empowering women. Robbie, she's compiling anthologies. She's calling different speakers. Just go out there and reach out to all these amazing speakers today. You will never lose direction, because the reality is your journey to be a better person starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach your full potential. So don't ever give up on your heart's desires. Just recall this, just in case you can't find a way for now. You can have the drive within you to become what you really want in life. I am a firm believer of affirmations. So we're going to affirm this together. We're going to affirm this together. You're going to place your left hand on your chest, and then you're going to raise your right hand, and you're going to affirm it. You're going to affirm it as if you have faith in your own powerful voice. And guess what? It will echo throughout the whole universe. Say, I can have the drive within me
I can
to
have
become,
the drive within me
to become what I really want in life.
to become what I really want to be in life.
Yes, you can have the drive within you. Just give yourself a round of applause, because you can have the drive within you to become what you really want in life. You can have the drive within you to get where you want to be in the next 6 months. It's just inside of you. It is inside of you, not outside of you. So that drive is just inside of you. Go ahead and go for it. Whatsoever your heart's desire, it's actually desiring you. So go ahead and search for it, because the drive is just inside of you. You know, it's so funny how my mom and dad gave me this beautiful, beautiful name, Nompumelelo. I know
That's
many, when
beautiful.
they try to say my name, Nompumelelo, they always butcher my name. But Nompumelelo, really, Nompumelelo, in my own language, it means mother of all success. So you
Wow.
can see that I am really, really challenged to chase after success. No matter what comes my way, I'll have to chase after success. So if I may ask you, how many of you have dreams and goals that you want to achieve? Maybe let me say in the next 6 months. I know myself, I am one of those. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. So as a coach or as a mentor, like many of us here, my goal is so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. That's my whole goal, really. You know, I so wish that you can just tell yourself that, you know what, I've had enough. All these amazing speakers. I can see Lorna, she's saying this is it, and she's just giving that high five. That's Bongi, where it's so good to have you. She's like, I'm so inspired. So I so wish that you can just tell yourself that all these amazing speakers really have shared more nuggets on actually bouncing back to life. Whatsoever life is throwing back at you, you'll have to bounce back. Your resilience to greatness is what is needed from you. So I so wish that you can just tell yourself that, you know what, it's high time I go out there and be the change that I want to see and make a difference. But the change that you want to see, it must first begin with you. To make a difference in your community, to those individuals who look at you as an inspiration, it has to start with you. You've got to be hungry. You've got to be hungry like a hungry lion in the jungle. Really, that hungry lion in the jungle, it doesn't matter what kind of animal comes his way. It doesn't matter if it's that giant elephant or that small squirrel by the jungle. All that hungry lion sees in front of his face is lunch. And it's so funny though, because even with elephants, when they see a lion, what they do is that they run. It's all about the mindset. Those lions, those elephants, they've already told themselves that, you know what, I'm a lunch to that lion. So each and every time I'll have to run. I believe we all lion mindset that we're going to tell ourselves that, you know what, I am a king in this jungle. I don't care if I'm that giant or that small, but I am still the king. I carry myself like a king everywhere I go. So we're going to carry ourselves like queens, really. We're really going to carry ourselves like queens because we deserve it. And I believe that if we are queens, the only calling that we have is to fix each other's crown. We're only called here to fix each other's crown as queens than to tear anyone down. That's the reason why we have a platform like this where we can all rise together. We rise to greater heights. You know, it's so funny. When I was in the 8th grade, I was nicknamed Phoenix. I was nicknamed Phoenix after writing a composition using the idiomatic expression that says, I arose from the ashes like a phoenix bird, meaning I became successful again. Really, that English teacher, she didn't know that the nickname Phoenix, it resonates with me. And it also aligns with my destiny. So for those of you who don't know the phoenix bird, the phoenix is a Greek mythological bird believed to rise from its own ashes after being buried like hundreds of years ago. This immortal creature acquires new life by rising from the ashes of its own ancestor, which represents our capacity for vision and success. So I want to encourage you, if you're watching and listening under my voice today, that when your world comes crashing down, wear your scars to show how a phoenix feels like to die from inside. And trust in your own capability to rise from your own ashes. Since the phoenix has to die, burn, experience pain before resurrection from its own ashes. Please write this down in conclusion. Resilience to greatness. Resilience to greatness. And I know you've heard this before, that your setback is your setup for your comeback. Your setback is your setup for your comeback. So if I can be honest with you, I don't know what goals you've set for the next 6 months. I don't know what dreams you have for your own future. But here is one thing I know about you. You are destined for greatness. Inside of you, God has put seeds of excellence. Those seeds are supposed to grow and flourish. But many people have become crippled by their past encounters, and some have stepped over other people to get to the top. But I believe that we're all destined for greatness as long as we follow God's strategy. This is when growth commences, because discovering your gift and following God's idea, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach your full potential. My everyday inspiration, Mr. Les Brown, he once said, if you had to die today, at this very moment, at this hour, what dreams, what ideas, what visions, what goals, what skills, what talents, and what books will die with you? And the late Dr. Miles Monroe continued saying that the richest place on this planet is the cemetery, because that's where all the goals, all the dreams, all the visions, all the skills, all the talents have been buried. Honestly, I don't know about you, but with me, that was when I decided to follow my own dreams, because it gave me a purpose to see my goals through. And I understand that I do have everything I need to reach to my full potential. So this year, I'm also as determined as I can to rise to greater heights with as many motivated professionals, individuals, entrepreneurs who really want to start, grow, and scale their businesses within 90 days. Perhaps you are that individual who hasn't even started on that book. You have the ideas up here, but you haven't started writing that book. So I just wanna help you to get started, write that book, and publish a #1 bestseller book within 90 days. So I offer a free, no obligation consultation, a Zoom call, 30 minutes free consultation Zoom call, whereby we're gonna sit down and you're gonna tell me your why, and then I will show you the how. Because I believe that we are just here to empower one another. So I just want to empower you to become a highly effective and an inspiring leader with a kind of personalized, measurable, but a scalable program. So go out there and book that call. It's a free call, no obligation at all. I book that call on my website, www.risetogreaterheights.com. If you get to that website, you're going to scroll all the way down and say book a consultation. Yeah, just go out there and book that call. And whatsoever I'm doing, it comes with a guarantee. It's either you want to start, grow, and scale your business, it comes with a guarantee. You want to write and publish that #1 bestseller book within 90 days, it comes with a guarantee. So go out there and book that call, because my ultimate goal is that you feel extremely confident about your purpose. That's my ultimate goal. So we will take it one step at a time, and you are definitely going to transform. So if you give me your why, I'll show you the how. So this consultation, it offers accountability, education, growth, as well as success. Why am I doing this? Maybe you might be asking, why are you doing this really? I know how it feels like. I've been there, I've done that. 5 years ago, I wasn't just this person that you see today. I was kind of lost in the hustle. I was overwhelmed. I was exhausted. I remember I had a ton of ideas, but there was no tried and true strategy to run with it. So it was only when I invested in coaching. I encourage everyone to invest in coaching. So when I invested in coaching, that was when I created my first premium offer, and then things started to change. I built an income generating business, just doing what I'm passionate about, what I love, and making a real impact out there. So now it's your turn, good people. It's your turn to build your wealth, because the power is inside of you. Because, growing up, I didn't have much in life, because my father decided to have an early departure from this planet Earth. And I thank God that I missed that flight, because I'm still here. I'm still sharing my message. I'm still impacting as many lives as I can, because I had everything because of my mama's love. And I love you, love you, love you so much, Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel M. Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, amazing speakers. So at this moment, please feel free to share your final thoughts on resilience to greatness. And also you can share with the audience how they can reach out to you, how they can work with you. If you have any freebie for them, please feel free to share with our audience. So Dr. Robbie Moda, the stage is yours, Queen.
It's been a fabulous time with you today. I love it. We have a fashion show coming up August 20th, of which Shibra O'Shea Fashions will be doing the designs. So if anyone is interested, they can contact me at 951-255-9200, or check out our website at Global Society for Female Entrepreneurs.org. And I agree with you. They need to write that book. Everybody's got a book in them, and no excuses. Just write what you know from your heart. It'll be a bestseller.
Wow, so good, people, go there and reach out to Robbie. They've got this fashion show. I love fashion, by the way. So it's said that it's all the way in California, but hopefully it's gonna land in Canada anytime soon. So go out there, good people, and reach out to Robbie. And also, like, if you are interested, because I know I'm not too sure if you still take more co-authors on your next books. If you do, please go out there and reach out to Robbie. She's gonna be able to guide you all the way. Thank you, Robbie. Thank you so much for being with us today. You can go ahead, Dr. Joanne, and share with the audience, please.
My contact information is joanewakeland@gmail.com. My telephone number is 909-721-7648. My website is Positive One, positiv1.com. Today, I would give away anyone who would like to have an copy of The Run for Freedom. It has in there golden nuggets that have made me successful. And I hope that I will be able to impact one life. I'm writing a book. It's in this just drafting stages now. It's called The Power of Networking. I would like to have someone who is able to do something really fast to send me a chapter that has 1,500 words by the end of June, and I will let them get in that book for absolutely no cost. That's a big offer, and I expect to see someone who is capable of doing something quickly.
I think I'm gonna be that one. The moment we hang up here, I'm gonna be the first one.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Wow, I love it. I love it, Dr. Joanne. So good people, go out there, be the first one, because you know what? The moment I hang up here, I'm gonna be the first one to rush.
Yes,
only
the people who can
words?
act fast, the early bird gets the worm.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
impressive. I hope our audience will definitely reach out to you. Thank you so much, Dr. Wakeland. Really, I love the power of networking, because I believe like most businesses these days, they've been built around that area. Power of networking. We start from a podcast like this, and tomorrow we're going to be writing books. Tomorrow we're going to be having those speaking engagements. So thank you so much, Dr. Wakeland. I believe our audience will reach out to you. Pauline is asking, what are you writing about? I missed. You
It's
missed.
the power.
Go and watch the
it's
replay,
power of
Evelyn.
power of the network.
Okay, you can go
Networking got
ahead,
me my
Dr. Chebra.
job. Networking got me my job. Actually, networking has
See?
gotten me my fiance. It was because of Robbie Matter. I am 81 years old, and he just came in and kissed me on my cheek. I'm getting married in November.
Wow.
It's the power of the network.
Yes, it is.
I love it. See? Networking works miracles. I still believe in miracles because they still happen today. So thank you. Thank you so much. You can go ahead, Dr. Chebra, and share with the audience, please.
Yes, you can reach me at ocheafashion1@gmail.com. That's OCHEA fashion1@gmail.com. And you can reach me on Facebook, Chebra Dorsey. That's CHEBRA, and my last name is Dorsey. And then my phone number is 619-985-3804. And I also have a book, What Are You Wearing? The Inspirational Spiritual Side of Fashion. And I would love anyone to contact me who would love to be in my book. Please give me a call. It's very inspiring and inspirational about women. And it is encouraging and gives women motivation through fashion. Please contact me. I'm looking forward to having more in the book.
Wow, wow. So you see, good people, the power of networking again. Evelyn is asking, she has to watch the replay, really. She's like, I guess I need to network, LOL. Yes, people will go out there, reach out to Dr. Chebra, and what are you wearing? What are you wearing? Now I just envision the front cover of your book.
Yes, it is
that
beautiful. I would love
those-
for you, I would love for you to get in it. So please contact me. I would love for you to be in my book. Yes.
I'll definitely reach out for sure, for sure. So kings and queens, reach out to Dr. Chebra because you need to be featured in this book.
Yes.
I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm gonna reach out for sure.
Thank you.
So thank you so much, amazing speakers, for being with us here at Rise to Greater Heights Network. Really, we don't take your presence on this platform really for granted, because I know we are all busy, and you could have given us that excuse that, oh, you know what, 90 minutes, it's a lot, I can't make it.
Yes.
But you've decided to be with us here today. So we are honored, we are humbled, and we're saying thank you to all of you. Thank you. And to our audience online, thank you so much for joining us here at Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. I hope from all these amazing messages, from all these amazing speakers, you've been inspired, you've been motivated, and you are ready to rise to greater heights. So do join us next week at the same time, same place. Thank you. Merci. Sia Bonga.
Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody sweat the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest. And shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights. As long as I'm
Beautiful.